As you all may know, the 4.3 update literally just dropped like 1-2 days ago, and obviously Navia came alongside it. I did try to make a reaction video to the whole update of gameplay and commentary and all this shit, but of course my software fucked up, so now you're getting this after overview. But we're more going to focus on Navia in this video. Now, in my previous Navia video, I talked about a lot about Navia not saving Geo in her in her little showcase where it shows off her talents and stuff. She doesn't really help out Geo, but as I kind of expected, she is a tank of a fucking character. As many of you have probably seen, she does like 100k in the trial itself, with only 120 crit damage, so let's say the damage is pretty insane. Now, there are actually a few reasons why it is this way, mostly for balancing reasons, and this is actually what I talked about in my other video. You should still definitely watch it. But I talked about how Geo should be this element which just slams, like just does so much damage and just slams and just does high numbers because it lacks reactions. And in a way, Navia is a character that utilizes the one reaction to its fullest potential and actually like makes it do more damage for her. And to me, that's kind of just a little bit insane, because that's kind of why I did talk about how I think and how I want Geo to be this extremely strong element. And if I wasn't saving for other characters, I would probably pull for Navia. I mean, I kind of have already pulled for her a little bit, and I do kind of want her. But a part of me knows that I need to build other characters first, so that's probably going to be a priority for me. But no, if you've seen the trial, you know that Navia is a great character. Speaking on pure damage wise, now I actually think she's like one of the only characters that actually like work really well against elite enemies and bosses, simply because her E has got like such a massive like wide reticle, and you technically need to hit all your bullets in the reticle to do the maximum amount of damage, which obviously means that if an enemy is bigger, more bullets are going to hit in. Common sense aside, she is something, I'll tell you, with the damage she provides. And like, now let's quickly talk about versatility on Navia real quick. Now, Geo always has had like the notoriety of being like a not viable element with other elements. Let's say like Geo usually is like a Geo exclusive, you know, basically a gatekeeping element. Like usually if you've got one Geo, you're gonna want another Geo or even a full team of Geos. But with Navia, it is flipped on its head. With Navia, you really want other elements on your team, because you get an attack buff for every element that is Pyro, Cryo, Electro, and Hydro on your team, which is basically every element that can cause the crystallized reaction, which is just like basically, you know, free attack. And the buff is massive as well. It's like 40-60%, I'm pretty sure. So you are missing out a lot by running full Geo on Navia. I also really love how all three parts of the kit are utilized. And what I mean by that is the normal attack, elemental skill, and elemental burst are all worth leveling, unlike most older characters where the normal attack or the elemental skill or even the burst on some of them isn't really worth leveling just because you don't use it as much. With Navia, it feels like the normal attack is actually used, especially after you use your elemental skill, which is like her biggest part of her kit. She gets the Geo infusion that gives her more damage on her normal attacks and everything. So she just feels like a character made with like efficiency in mind and just like investment in mind. Instead of being a defense scaling character, Navia is an attack scaling character. Now this may not seem like anything special, but to me it is a game changer, because you will have so much more attack artifacts than fucking defense artifacts. And that's obviously standard unless you build exclusively Geos, which you probably don't. But yeah, overall, as her character herself, I think she's extremely unique, extremely amazing, and just well put together and just well thought out of. Like the fact that she does large raw damage because she lacks reactions makes everything so much better. And the fact that signature artifact set and her whole kit revolves around this one reaction that Geo has, I think it's amazing. But to everything positive, there are some drawbacks. Obviously, the big main one is that Navia is a Geo, no reactions, but it would kind of hurt if she was a different element, because this kind of playstyle is extremely unique and I really love it and it is amazing. But another weakness is considering how much Geo is like in the mud right now based on its like versatility. It is kind of sad to see a character that doesn't buff Geo being released. But Navia is just a DPS in her own right. It's not like she works with Geos anyway. She's designed not to work with Geos, and that's very obvious. I can't say that Navia does a shit job at what she's meant to do, because she's not meant to be some DPS. She's not meant to be some support for Geo. She's meant to be a main DPS that works with other elements. And in that way, she does extremely well. Her damage is amazing, even at C0, without even her signature. I think it's amazing. Another thing concerning some characters is some characters just sometimes they don't feel that fluid to play. And it doesn't feel like that good to play them because like the way the animations work and the length of the animations. And once again, I think Navia has excelled in this with her burst being extremely short. And the animation still is great, so there's no loss in quality, but the animation is quick. Her E animation is obviously really quick because it's a gunshot, basically. Which is also badass, of course, but yeah. They improved a lot with the 4.3 update, and I'm going to go over that in a separate video. So, of course, if you do want to know about that and my opinions on it and my recommendations, you can subscribe and like this video, please. Comment and watch until the end. So the algorithm basically recommends my videos to you as soon as they come out. And I hope I'll see you there. Have an amazing day. And I'm moving on. Let's compare my last video to this one. Did Navia do anything for Geo? Obviously, she didn't. She's an amazing unit and she utilizes the Geo element well. And pretty much the best it can be probably right now. But she doesn't help any other character in the Geo category. Which is a bit of a flop. But in my opinion, it's fine, really. We have Shiori left. Like, she's probably going to do something to do with that. But Navia, she's on her own. She works really well and probably like on a bunch of teams. I'm really happy with the way she's made and the way she plays. And overall, the community reception of her is also really great, which I really appreciate. Because, you know, in a toxic world like Genshin Impact, positivity is always a good thing to see. Also, she does this thing when she charge attacks. Her like glasses come on. I think that's very cool. But that's pretty because I got monkey brain, honestly. And now my conclusion for Navia. She didn't save the elements, no. But is she a bad character? By absolutely all means, she's not a bad character. Navia is probably like one of the most unique characters we've got in a while. But I will give Fontaine the compliment and say that Fontaine characters have been probably one of the most unique characters we've got so far. And that's obvious because it's newer and it's not really fair to compare to what the game used to be. Yeah, I think Novi's playstyle is really great. And in my opinion, it could very well rival Ito until he gets an upgrade. I love Ito, by the way, don't come at me in the comments. I'm just saying what I think is facts, unfortunately. Navi is great though, Navi is great. Sorry if I did sound a bit tired this video. I am very tired. I had my final day of school today. I'm finally on break. And by the time this video is out, you're probably going to be seeing it on Christmas or like when it's getting popular, you're probably going to see it. By the time you see this video, it will probably be Christmas or like right before or like right after. So as always, Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening to me app. And like, comment, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Interact with my video, show me love. And of course, ho ho ho, bitch.